Let's kick this pig.
Ready?
All right. Yep. 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. Oh, wait, wrong story.
Wrong one, my dude.
And Slate.
How's everyone doing this Wednesday afternoon now for us? Yeah, guys, like we said before, we are doing this Black Friday special lit for y'all again. But then, yeah, guys, but again, guys, this is one of your hosts of the PS Comics I Love You podcast. I am Fidel Cabacungan, or JR Cabacungan, aka the Black King, the Black Friday King, whatever.
We'll go with that. I like that. The Black Friday King.
I think
I'm
that's
liking.
let's go. I'll go back to dark. I'll go back with the Dark King because I don't want to step on some people's toes by people. I don't. There might be a Black Friday King there somewhere. He gets all the deals and everything. But I'm one of your hosts again, the Dark King, and right to my right of me, left of me, the above me, maybe even this time.
He went that way.
It is the one, the only.
The voice of reason, Kevin Pillow, at Voice of Reason 23 on all social media platforms. And don't forget to add us on those platforms as well as PS Comics I Love You on Instagram and Facebook. PS Comics I Love the letter U on Twitter, because Santa Cabacungan might be coming down your chimney with some nice Art Germ or J. Scott Campbell swag this holiday season. All you got to do is get that lucky number 100 on all of our many platforms, social media, YouTube, our podcast platforms. Yeah, yep. Just tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your auntie. When you're at Thanksgiving dinner, you heard about PS Comics I Love You. We got some new fans coming our way. So thank you for everyone who has supported us. Gonna take a little break from our Star Wars saga. Of course, right now up on our YouTube and podcast channels is Rogue One, a Star Wars story. It's a heartwarming story about a father and a daughter and the misunderstanding of galactic warfare. But nonetheless, it's up there right now. We broke it down this past week, and we hope you thoroughly enjoy that. Of course, Solo's up. We have the entire prequels are up, and anyways, so Jay and I decided you guys have been on the good list this year, so we decided to drop a little bonus episode to help you or your nerd in your life this Christmas. And yes, you may want to get that plastic out because it ain't it's not a cheap list there, honey. So
nope. Just like that, my eBay's going off too. Let me just turn that off.
JR just made some money, or he just spent some money.
It's either one or the other, man. But definitely, guys. And so you'll see me looking at the screen real quick because I am constantly looking back and forth on just the stuff that I wrote down for this Black Friday sales, as well as ones coming up recently. Because for some weird reason, even though most of the major retailers have their Black Friday ads set up already and have set up since I think Monday, Tuesday now.
Yeah,
or even last week too.
Yeah, when I worked in retail, it's no secret that we've talked about on this podcast before that I used to work at Best Buy for many, many years, and it was a big deal. Oh, we'd come in on a Sunday or something like that. Oh, did you hear the Black Friday ad leaked? And it was like in September. It's like, and so we would go up because we didn't even know. People go. I remember we'd have people who would come in right after Labor Day, and go like, hey, what are you guys gonna have for Black Friday? We have no idea. Oh, really? Because we saw the ad online. It's on, and we're like, what? So we'd have to go online. We're like, oh, dude, check this out. It's a pretty good list. And they're like, well, I want that computer. Okay, well, you're gonna have to wait in line. No, I want it now. It's not how it works. So and amongst this list, also, we're gonna give you a little insight on the do's and don'ts of Black Friday shopping. And obviously, this year is a little different. So heed this warning for future reference, and we'll make it all that better. So JR, why don't you go ahead and kick us off? We're going to go right to the meat and potatoes. The king of Black Friday deals. It is, the Walt family. It's a Walt family tradition. We're going to Walmart on Black
Wally
Friday.
World. Yep.
We're going to Wally World. JR, take us there.
Yeah, sure. So, one of the hottest items of the past few weeks now have been your new next gen consoles, and Walmart. Well, not just Walmart, but Walmart, GameStop, basically all your major retailers like Best Buy and Target. They are getting new shipments of PS5s and Xbox Series X, guys. And I know it's been a very, very tough go of getting your Xbox Series X and or your PS5s because bots really are plaguing the system and just basically trying to take all your orders and automatically taking those allotments for themselves. I will say, guys, just have some patience, have some resolve. Don't go to eBay and spend $1,000 on that one PS5 because that one jackass got it. His bot got it for him. His AI system got it for him.
Yeah, right.
Walmart, Target, and Best Buy, they'll have those allotments out, man. Specific, and also Amazon, and also your other major online e-retailers. So just have some patience, guys. You don't really need that PS5 or Xbox Series X right now. Just wait for it, guys. They will have more out, and they're gonna have new shipments of it out. I think. Yeah, on Black Friday or maybe even on that Thursday when the second hits 5:00. So if you guys are ready, there you go. A bunch of PS5s and Xbox Series X are coming out. Yes, you had a question?
Yeah, well, I do want to point. This is where we're gonna, like I said, this is like that little expert window pops. This is like when John Gruden says, "Okay, we're gonna pause the button. We're gonna break down the quarterback club here." When Jared mentioned, a lot of retail locations have gone old school. They're going back to no Thanksgiving. It's just Black Friday. And they're doing the 5:00 line it up, and in some cases are going to do the ticket window. So going back in and give you a little insight on Best Buy, and this is how it rolls. Best Buy has their ad, right? Their full page, 10-page ad. And on the front page, same thing with Walmart, Target, Home Depot, Lowe's, Toys. Well, there's no Toys R Us anymore here. But they all have this big 10-page spread, and there's the doorbusters. There is the I gotta have it window on the front page. Those are going to be gone instantaneously at about 5:00, but not by the bots that JR are talking about. This is in person. Yes, a lot of brick and mortar stores are going to have these devices for Black Friday, but in limited quantities. Now, in the past, when I was working Best Buy, they had the Wii was the big get. And they usually typically have anywhere from like 10 to 20 of the units of that device. So you're going to want to get there. And I know with Corona and social distancing, camping out is kind of frowned upon, but you're going to want to get there early. You're going to want to get in line. You're going to want to wait patiently. And what they're going to do is they're going to do a ticket system. They're going to come. This is what Best Buy is going to do. Is they're going to go out there and they're going to say, okay, what do you want? Oh, you want the PS5? Okay, here's a ticket. You're guaranteed to have an opportunity to buy it. You're not. It's not like it's not a win. You didn't win. You got the lotto to buy it. You did not win it. And they're going to go down the line. And when they hand out 20 tickets, say they have 20 PS5s and they hand out 20 tickets, it's gone. It's considered to be sold out. So guys, don't show up at noon and go like, you got any PS5s and then get pissed off when they don't. So that's the way it is. And that's how it's going to be for anything that's on the front page or anything that's like, bro, that's a huge deal. Like JR is going to go through here in a second. You just have to assume come 5:00, bro, they're gone. So sorry about that. I wanted to put my little note in there to kind of help people understand what this is all about.
And it's still also is a big possibility too that it still might be online only as well. Some of these sales, and which because coronavirus, social distancing and just being safe with each other, guys, specifically on the holidays. And I just had some news now that because Walmart actually tried to do a shipment of PS5 and just release them right now, actually at 6:00, right? The bots have kicked in, and all that shipment was, and all the orders were gone in 15 seconds. So this is what we're dealing with, specifically with people who are scalping online, and you're selling these consoles for an obscene amounts of money, guys, and it should be known to everybody specifically, who want these high ticket items, that you should not pay $1 over market price.
Yeah.
You should never
And the
do,
best way
because
to stick it to them is just don't pay for it.
yeah,
And this is a problem that that during the lockdown months over the last 6 to 8 months is what Nintendo's been dealing with. You saw Switches get gobbled up. I got lucky and got mine for Christmas last year. My kids got one from Santa Claus a couple of years ago, and I've been looking one for my wife for the last 6 months because I knew that she was going to be in lockdown as a teacher, and so we weren't able to get one. You could buy one on eBay, you buy one on Amazon for like $500, and it ain't no Mario Kart Deluxe bundle. So like JR said, don't you want to stick it to the scalpers. It's just like when you go to a Super Bowl or you go to a World Series game. Don't pay $1 above market value, because it's letting the terrorists win.
Yeah, it's basically at that point, man. Because I will say this. This will the money will even out eventually, because this PS5, specifically consoles, right? Yeah. We're gonna continue to get them for the next 6 years at least for this console generation. So yeah, just wait for it, man. Like, if you don't want that, I granted, you want your kids, or you want your significant other, or that big gamer in your life to want that, you want to have that new shiny PS5 or Xbox Series X. Just wait. Honestly, just wait. It is not worth it to pay $500 over the market price just to get basically a first generation console, or not first generation, but like a first, like your shipment consoles, which will have bugs and stuff. So
yeah, that's what I said. It's like, it's my grandpa used to say, is you never want to buy, like, when we bought a brand new car in 2004, I think it was. We bought a brand new the GMC Canyon. And it was the first year they came out with it. It was a brand new revolutionary engine. And my grandpa's like, shouldn't have bought it. And we found out very quickly why you don't buy a first generation something, because you let the bugs get worked out. Yeah. So Jared is right. And like I said, in the years past, it's been, knock on wood, it's been pretty lucky. I remember when the Wii came out, it was pretty spot on. Nintendo did a very good release. Nintendo does not mess around. I mean, they are very prideful of their brand. When you got a company like Microsoft and Sony, where the PlayStation and the Xbox respectively make them a lot of money, that's not their bread and butter. Sony, their bread and butter is computers and batteries. They sell a lot of batteries to companies like themselves and Apple and Dell for laptop batteries. Microsoft, they're a software company. But yes, there is a big ticket, is a guaranteed sell for them, and but they have diversified their portfolio as a company. But like JR said, just wait it out. Wait till the one that comes out in December.
Yeah, just literally wait for the one that comes out before December. Like, both Xbox,
I guarantee 2 more waves before New Year's.
Both Sony and Microsoft have been saying that they want to get at least somewhere between 2 to 5 million consoles out for the new year. So there you go, guys. It's just one of those things you just gotta wait for. I know, especially with today's coronavirus. I know that Sony before we did way more for PS4, but yeah. And also on the topic of Nintendo, Nintendo Switch with Mario Kart Deluxe for mainly most all the retailers is selling for $29.99, guys. So that's a good one right there.
Well,
and
$299.99. You said $29.99. Dude, I was gonna say $30. $30. I'm buying it right now. Here we go.
False advertisement. I apologize. False advertisement. No, it's
that's a hell of a deal. That's a steal.
I know. It's actually specifically to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is actually one of the better games.
Yes, it's a great game.
Yeah, it's a great game. I can't say one of the better games, but more so like just it's already in a great plethora of games for the Nintendo Wii. So that was also, of course, with every game console or every game, every video game console or everything that has a big sale, there's a bunch of games out too, man. So specifically Walmart, they have those, their $30 deals, their $28 deals, and their $15 deals respectively. Games like Luigi Mansion, which is $30, NBA 2K21, which, politics aside, it's $28, but you can probably spend your money elsewhere. GTA 5, which GTA 5, man, like
still one of the best games ever made.
It's been out since like 7 years now, dude. It's crazy. It survived.
It's a PS3 game.
Yeah, it's gonna survive 3 generations of consoles.
That's unbelievable.
That's insane. So that's $15.
I was just thinking, like, I have that game, but I'm like, it's upstairs, which means it's with my PS3, and I'm like, holy crap, that's a PS3 game.
Yeah, man. That was like the last year of the PS3, Xbox 360 generations. That's crazy, dude. Madden 21, it's $28. MLB The Show, which honestly I think you should get on. I'm pretty sure you got like recent MLBs.
I don't have the new MLB, and that makes me kind of want to get it. I will say that it is one of the better baseball franchises in video games. I'm a huge Electronic Arts fan. I loved the Bases Loaded and the MVP baseball series back in the early 2000s. Matter of fact, I was just cleaning out my garage this afternoon, and I found all my Xbox 360s, my original Xbox, my PS2, and my PS2, Xbox, and Xbox 360 games. And I found a lot of like Madden 05. I found an NBA Live 2006 that has Dwayne Wade on the cover in his North Carolina jersey.
Nice. Those are the best.
Yeah. I've got Manny Ramirez in a Boston Red Sox uniform, rocking MVP baseball 05. I got Carson Palmer PlayStation 2 EA Sports NCAA football 2002. It was I think it was right around the year that he won the Heisman at USC, and then went on to play for the Bengals. But I found some real gems. So MLB The Show is a good game. That's a solid price. $15,
man. $15 for the more recent one too. So those are some of the games at 30, 28, and 15. There's actually even more games at $20, $25, and $30 respectively. Some games that I'm actually interested in. One being Doom Eternal, which came out 2 years ago now for $20. Final Fantasy VII Remake for $30. Last of Us 2 for $30. Red Dead Redemption 2 for $25. Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts all in one package for the PS4, I think, for $20. And Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order for $3, which actually, from what I've watched that game, and I've seen some playthroughs of that game, man, I'm actually thinking possibly pick it up, or hopefully, like I'm trying to give me a backlog of games, so eventually when more PS5s come out, I'm gonna just buy a PS5 and just play them all on that.
And guys, these are ones that very easily could become limited, but this is not something that's going to need to be camped out for. I mean, they're going to have these in multiple spots throughout the store, especially like Walmart, Best Buy usually has deals like this. Target, I think, usually has some video game deals, which we'll get to. Absolutely. But yeah, these are not ones you're going to. You can kind of sleep on these ones a little bit. So.
It's one of those things where like I know that how like it's always gonna be Black Friday, Cyber Saturday, and
Monday.
Is Cyber Monday?
Cyber Monday.
What's Saturday?
Get your asses out of bed Saturday. I don't know. They don't have a name for it.
Well, I think most of those deals will most likely kind of will stay within the weekend.
Yeah.
Like the main ones, the main deals are gonna be just that one day type of thing, which are your bigger TVs and laptops, which we do have here, guys. So. Just kind of put up. You have any thoughts, my dude?
No. Like I said, just kind of I'll kind of give my little news and my little notes here as we move along. But the Saturday we called it in retail was the snooze you lose Saturday, because you get people that would come in on Saturday and go like, you still got, get this little granny that comes in, you still got that $199 compact laptop? No, dude, that was gone 10 minutes into Black Friday. Well, why'd you put it in the ad? And I would have to explain to them, people camp out, we give them tickets, blah, 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 blah. I had one lady just absolutely chewed my ass at like 4:00 in the afternoon on Black Friday. And there was a $199. It was a $200 compact laptop on the front cover. And she goes, what do you mean you're sold out of it? I'm like, that before the doors opened, that laptop was gone. And I explained to him the situation. She goes, well, I want to talk to a manager. Good luck. It's like, you're not talking to anybody on Black Friday. But no, guys. And again, I'll say this throughout the episode, is just be kind out there. It's a whole different world. I know it's one thing. It's Black Friday. Second of all, it's, we still are living in a pandemic. I know that I'm not going to be doing any major Black Friday shopping, except for one location. And we'll get to that in a little bit, but no, moving right along, JR, the time-honored tradition of Black Friday is not necessarily video games. Video games has become the new niche product for Black Friday, but the king of Black Friday, the device, the product that sits alone on its throne high above all, that is Black Friday glory, is your discounted big screen TVs.
Oh yeah.
This is where the fights happen. Matter of fact, my son would just ask me, Dad, why do people fight on Black Friday? And I'm like, let me show you some videos. The big thing.
Show you some blood.
Yeah, let me show you some blood. Walmart Black Friday on YouTube. Got some good deals here for some TVs. Now, here's the thing. It's become such a razor thin market on televisions. You can get deals throughout the year. So again, we reiterate, if you have to be out on Black Friday, here are some deals. If you don't, there's going to be some pretty good deals coming your way. Probably. You can probably get a really good deal at Costco or something like that. I bought my last 3 TVs at Costco. But we got a 65-inch 4K UHD LED smart TV with a high def resolution, the HDR, which is kind of like it's really hard to explain.
It's high dynamic range, which is
that's what I'm sorry. That's high dynamic range.
Yeah, it's basically your colors. It's a Samsung 65-inch, guys, and it's. Actually, we'll finish this. We'll finish this this sentence. I'll get to my thought. Go ahead.
So you got that one's for $470. That's not bad. You get a 65-inch under $500. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Then you go down. You get a 670 Samsung 58-inch. Now, here's the deal, guys. Is on Black Friday you're going to get these unique sizes. A 65 and a 58. You're probably looking at going, wait a minute, JR, did you type that in correctly? They're very kind of unique sizes. You get very niche products. You get very specific to Black Friday products. Matter of fact, to the point, even with laptops, the actual model and what do they call that on the back? The actual like serial number. I mean, they are it's like for a comic collectors, they're like having a retail variant 1 of 10. They are very limited, and they do these unique sizes because they know they're only going to sell like maybe a dozen of them per store. Because like typically a Samsung goes from a 55-inch to a 60-inch. Then it's 65's kind of become a new one, but really and truly it goes from a 60-inch and really and truly jumps almost all the way up to a 70-inch.
Yeah, it's crazy. My thought about this is that in the last year or so, like the last couple of years now, like a lot of this, like a lot of the like 70s, right? Kind of, or the 60s, or like the whole numbers have kind of been out of here, man. Like it's always been like you get a 50, 55, then 65, then 75, then 82. Which is like I see now specifically from Best Buy, from Walmart, from Target, where they like it's obscene. Like, okay, you instead of you getting that, they still sell the the 5 inches more, but like they're really promoting like, oh, if you want to get if you don't want the 55, get the 65-inch or the 75-inch. I'm like, it's crazy. But my thought is specifically on this set of TVs is that it's crazy how technology is just progressing, because literally 2-3 years ago, I was looking at the exact same TVs, and they were still in the thousands, man. These TVs specifically were in like somewhere near the thousands, somewhere like high 800s, and now the 65-inch 4K crystal class 4K is just under $500. The 58 inch is just under $400.
Amazing.
There's a Vizio, a 70-inch Class 4D LED Smart TV for $478, just under $500, and that's the nice Vizio too, which is crazy to me, dude.
I have to say the Vizios, I used to just wish death on Vizio when I worked at Best Buy.
Yeah.
We just used to just clown on them, and I'm staring at a Vizio to my immediate left right now. They've gotten a lot better, and and I will say this too is for the longest time, Vizio was a inexpensive. It was a very cheap, and I know that people always say like, "Oh, don't say cheap," because it implies that it's a piece of crap. Well, it was a piece of crap. Vizios were a piece of crap back in the day. It really was a company like Best Buy. This was after I left. Best Buy about 2010, late 2010, 2011 made a deal literally with every single manufacturer of televisions that says we want you all under one roof. And the last bastion of TV retail was Vizio, and they added Vizio to their line and they promoted it. Have every brand under one roof. Same thing with computers. They finally broke down and added Apple as a full-time brand under 100% of Best Buy roofs, and said the same thing. We now have every brand under one roof, and that's what they wanted. And when they went to Vizio, they said, "Step your game up. Your TVs are crap. If we're going to sell them, step your game up." And they've gotten better. If you have a home theater system, okay, I've got a TV and a surround sound system. That's cute. If you have a home theater system like what JaVale has in his freaking man cave, because dude's over there slinging gold and silver age books. Love you, JaVale. But he's got to have a home theater system. He's got to probably a roll down screen with the projector. Now, if you're going to go with a home theater system, you're going to go Pioneer Elite, you're going to go Samsung, LG, or something like that. But if you are just a weekend warrior, need something to watch the ball game, watch Marvel movies on, or something like that, just for fun to entertain the kids, these are some smoking deals. And the Vizios, under $500 for a 70-inch, bro, line it up. I mean,
I know.
Let me see here.
Your stuff?
I can get a 70-inch up on this wall. Wouldn't be comfortable, but I get a 70-inch up on this wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna get more. So those were TVs specifically for Walmart, guys. They're being sold in Walmart. The ones being sold,
your boy JR needs a 70-inch. Just telling you.
Dude, I'm gonna give me a 65-inch. I'm gonna give me 65. That's it for me. I'm good. Just for my PS5 and all that. But TV specifically for Target, guys. I've seen a couple ones that I do like. Here's the ones I do have interest in. Samsung 5855 the Smart UHD HDR TV for $329 and $379 respectively, guys. And again, these are the same prices that literally 2 years ago or a year ago, right? Their previous iterations were like anywhere between the $600 to $700 range, and now you have these freaking great looking TVs that didn't have the HDR 3-4 years ago. Right now, literally about $400. You can walk out the store with $400 with the 50-inch or 55-inch, which is insane to me. If you want to go a little bit higher, like me, I would get 65-inch. There's a 65 one of the exact same brand for $479.99 at Target. We'll be there. We'll be on there on Black Friday. And if I'm telling you, dude, if I have a little more, if I can, kind of finagle my way, get a little more money in my bank account, which is gonna happen, I'm looking at that 65-inch. I'm looking at that 65-inch.
Looking at that 65.
Yeah, and for those who are, and for our listeners and viewers who are really on a budget, the TCL version, which is 50H 4K HDR, is selling for $250. So maybe it's not the the one that you want to. Maybe it's for let's say you're a new gamer in the house for your children to watch more on the TV show, or maybe it's for something you watch the big game on. But then $250 for a 4K UHD TV in 2020, that's insane. That's absolutely insane.
And if for those of you who don't know what TCL is, TCL is the same is the parent, or it's not the parent company. The parent company of TCL is Roku. Roku, of course, makes the little streaming boxes and stuff like that. So essentially, the TCL TVs are a Roku TV, a full-fledged Roku TV. So you're gonna get the built-in smart stuff. You're gonna have built-in typically what, JR, Netflix, Hulu, maybe
Same.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, everything's smart TV. Yeah, everything nowadays is gonna be the smart TV. Everything nowadays is gonna.
Oh, you hit mute, dude.
There you go. My bad. Everything nowadays is gonna be smart TV, guys. Everything nowadays is gonna be is gonna be having all those features. It's gonna connect to the internet, guys. It's gonna have a camera on there. I recommend having, if any of you have these TVs, put a little like a sticky note on top of that little thing for the camera. But yeah, every smart TV nowadays is gonna be connected to the internet. It's gonna connect to Instagram. It's gonna connect to your Netflix, your Wi-Fi. It's gonna connect to your printer in your home
Oh,
in your home office room, dude. It's always gonna come with, every time you see smart UHD or smart TV, it's gonna have some type of online app capability, which is gonna go to your YouTube, your Netflix, your Hulu's, your HBO Maxes, and that's convenience. That's our convenience nowadays. Where instead of you just getting your laptop and connecting it that way, your TV already has it, because
pretty much.
it's not more so for, well, it is, again, it is for us, for convenience, but it's also, for our parents and our grandparents, where they don't want to have to go through 3 or 4 different steps in order to watch their favorite TV show from 15-20 years ago on Netflix. So there you
Uh, Speaking of which, real quick, we'll throw this out there. We didn't get a chance. Maybe we'll bring it up in one of the future episodes. But the new reunion show for The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is now streaming on HBO Max, as well. On speaking of reunions, on the Peacock network, now available is the new Saved by the Bell show, which looks meh, but
which does.
I will say this: the Fresh Prince of Bel Air reunion show, I watched it. I think it was 2 nights ago. Is absolutely excellent. It gets you right in the feels. It's a fantastic watch. It's just a little over an hour long, and it's great. Highly recommend it, and check it out on HBO Max. Real quick, coming up after the TVs, as JR has here in the notes, you could go to wherever Vizio brands are sold. You can get a 4.1 Bluetooth soundbar with subwoofer. Now, people are wondering, what does 4.1 sound mean? And I'll tell you, it is 4 highs, 1 low. It's basically it's 4 speakers and 1 subwoofer. So whenever you hear like the Dolby 7.1 surround sound, it's 7 speakers and 1 sub. Be careful with sound bars, and think that you're going to get theater surround sound. It's what's called simulated surround sound, but you're not going to get full immersive surround sound. So if you have a small house, you can't put, or in a bedroom or a man cave, that you can't put a 5 point, 7 point, or even like a 3 or 4.1, a sound bar works. Make a recommendation, a little accessory recommendation for all these smart TVs. And if you're going to go, and whether you're going to go with the surround sound or a sound bar, make sure you get that optical cable, the optical audio cable. It's a lot better than hooking up, because it says here, like, you get this Vizio Bluetooth. It sounds great, but think about this. When in this day and age of Bluetooth speakers, whether it be the Pill by Dr. Dre Beats, or whatever speaker you have, Bluetooth speaker, it doesn't sound perfect. It's not like you're putting it, your phone, in a dock and playing it through a surround sound system and it sounds clear, or even playing through like the smart speakers, like I can't say her name because I've got like 16 of them in my house, but the Amazon Assistant, who starts with an A, or the Apple, smart, what do they call it, Apple Home device. Those sound incredible. Those aren't classified as Bluetooth speakers, but we're talking about like the little Bluetooth speakers you can get for like $100-$150. That's when you do Bluetooth on one of these sound bars, you tote a fine line between basically having an overpriced Bluetooth speaker and a halfway decent soundbar. When in doubt, plug it in. My recommendation. And for those of you who have a surround sound system and are thinking about getting a smart TV, make sure you get an optical audio cable, because when you hook all these sources up, your cable box, your PlayStation, your Blu-ray player, whatever it may be, if you're going to go like, I'm not going to get a Roku, I'm not going to get an Apple TV, I'm not going to get a Fire Stick, I'm not going to get all these things, I'm right there, it's built in. How are you going to get that information onto your surround sound system? Well, I talked to a guy that does home theater installs, and you do optical audio out on your TV that will send the smart content stuff on your built-in Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Apple TV Plus, all that stuff to your receiver, so you can get surround sound that way, because it's not going to work any other way. So again, you might find some that are on sale, but look for that optical audio cable. It's going to look super thin. I don't have one, but I mean, it's probably, the cable is going to look kind of funky. It's going to look probably this thin if you're on the YouTube channel. It's going to look pretty wiry, and it's got a funky little head to it, but that's what you're going to want. And of course, we got Samsung has a 2.1 Bluetooth with subwoofer for $100. The Vizio one, which is a good deal. 129. I've seen Vizio. Matter of fact, I'm looking for one for a family member, and these might be a couple of ideas.
Yeah. Hey, Kev.
Yes, sir.
I'm kind of mad.
What'd I do?
No, not you. Just I'm kind of mad from certain decisions that I made in the last week or couple of weeks now. You know, I bought a printer.
You bought a printer. You became a big boy.
2 weeks ago. I bought a new printer, and it was like $150. You know what I should have done?
Wait until Black Friday.
I should have waited until Black Friday, because near the same printer that I got. I have one from Walmart, HP printer for $39.
$39.
$40 for a HP Office Jet 5222, and it's not a full-on fancy one, but then in my new line of work, one of my avenues in line of work, just selling and buying online, one of the great things I had is a printer. And instead of paying $140, I could have just paid $40 with this new printer, because everyone here trying to save money. And there's another printer by Canon, which is $20 friggin'. Walmart, guys, always get
some smoking deals on.
I'm kind of mad, but it's all right, man. But back to our Target leads, guys. I was actually going into should we stay on Target, or should we maybe hop off a little something else?
Well, let's take a look. Let's go with the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's go with the ugly.
I will say one or two more things from Target. Actually, if I can the chance, there's actually one more. There's a sale on their Samsung Galaxy Tab A 10-inch for $150. You save about $70, guys. There's a sale on that one, as well as their JBL speakers, their Flip 5 portable speakers. It's $70. So those are usually around $120 or so. So $50 there. So I just want to throw those in. Possibly ideas for you guys if you want to, go around, listen to music, you do some hiking or do whatever. So there you go. But go ahead. What's some of the bad you want to
take a look at the bad, and it's got here. JR's got the notes here. Telling about the bad, and I see probably why he thinks it's, as he put it, whack. It's GameStop, which, yes, there is still a brick and mortar video game store out there. Matter of fact, it reminded me, I wanted to go to GameStop today. I'm going to have to probably brave GameStop over the weekend. I'm looking for something for my Nintendo 3DS. Yes, I'm still playing with the 3DS. They will have a limited, and JR should have highlighted, bold, italicized, and put firework displays coming off this limited stock of PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, but it's only in stores. And JR puts kind of whack. And I think that's because people want to be sitting on their ass nursing their turkey hangover the next day. Turkey. And they want to just order it online. I like going to brick and mortar stores. I like going in, but in the coronavirus,
that's right. Yeah, let me explain my kind of whack.
And again, have you been to a
Perception.
GameStop lately? That's probably where coronavirus started.
Dude, like, oh my gosh, bro, like the amount of crap that GameStop as a company does to their employees. Okay,
The garage sale.
Side attachment. I apologize. You know that there was a report recently by saying that if you want to work the holidays, guys, and get those extra hours, you have to dance and show a video of you dancing to see if you guys can get the hours. Legit happen. And they send all their, and like you see a bunch of employees dance to the tune of whatever song they want to, and they send it to their head offices, and no, yeah, you guys got hours now. I'm like, really? I gotta literally tap dance my ass in order to get some hours from you guys? That's crazy. But aside from that, my little thing, I say it's kind of whack because one, it's GameStop, and I know they're limited supplies. When they say limited, I'm talking about probably 3 of each, right?
Yeah, it's
3
going
of
to be
each
very limited.
in a town, in a county full of what, 2 million people? Okay, smart.
Hey, I'm
Right?
just telling you, it's forever be what's it and forever be in your favor. What's that line from the Hunger Games?
Let the odds forever
I'll
be in
be
your
forever
favor.
be exactly.
It's crazy. Like, but okay. But I will give it to them. There's some games on there that they have been on sale, and I do like. Again, the aforementioned Final Fantasy VII remake, even though it's $30 elsewhere, it's $25 here. Go to Resident Evil 3, which I plan on getting. $20. Go Tsushima, which I haven't seen this price anywhere else, is $40, which is was one of their more recent PS4 Sony titles. Spider-Man, the 2018 edition is $20. Resident Evil 2 remake, which again I'm gonna get again, is $16.99, which I plan to get both of them. And they're getting a huge sale of buy two get one free on all your pre-owned games for PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and the Nintendo 3DS. So all
Spider-Man
of
for $20. Damn.
that's what I'm saying, dude. I'm kind of torn because I don't know if I want to get that one, just use it and buy my PS4, or just buy the remastered one, which has all the DLCs and stuff on the PS5.
Speaking of Spider-Man, just a break from the action for a moment
Yeah.
here. I think Christmas may have just come early. Rumor has it the already loaded Spider-Man 3 film that is going to go supposedly is going to go into production in the next few months. Yeah. They got to start negotiating some of these contracts first. One of the greatest.
Supposed contracts.
One of the greatest. And no sarcasm, no joke.
Okay.
I will fight me on this. Take me out back and fight me on this. One of the greatest comic book movie villains of all time, hands down. I don't think JR will argue with me. Is Alfred Molina's Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2. Rumor has it he will return for Spider-Man 3 as Doc Ock.
Oh man, that'd be
excellent.
so good.
He
That would be
is
so
If you
good.
guys are looking for some bad movies to binge over the holiday weekend, I highly recommend Spider-Man 2. You don't need to watch Spider-Man 1.
Bad movies?
Well, come on. I mean, just it is what it is.
Spider-Man 2.
It's a great movie. It is a great movie. It's a great movie. It is.
Spider-Man 2 is one of the greatest action superhero movies of all time. Oh man,
it is.
You went down some points with me.
No, if I were to rank superhero movies, it's so tough because we've gotten so many great movies. I would definitely put it in my top 5, if not definitely my top 10. But I digress. I'm hoping Christmas comes early in this Spider-Man 3, because we already know that Taika Waititi has basically said that Thor 4 is going to be Avengers 5. So he says basically with the amount of people and talent that are going to be there. Speaking of people, real quick, I know real quick, we'll get to Target real quick. But speaking of people that are going to appear in Thor 4, have you seen the God of Thunder lately? Good God. Wow. And I emphasize the word God with a lowercase g. Dude is jacked. Jacked so much, the immortal Hulk Hogan tweeted at him and said, brother, you need to tone it down a little bit. Get off the juice, brother. Chris Hemsworth is shredded. I mean, veins on veins. I mean, it's almost cartoonish. It almost looks like Thor from the comic books. He is so jacked. Reason being, obviously, he's getting ready to play the God of Thunder once again. But he's also rumored to be playing the immortal Hulk Hogan in a biopic, which will be executive produced by Eric Bischoff, the former head of WCW. But I digress. But if you have a chance, check it out. Go to any of the comic book sites. Go to comicbook.com or comicbookmovies.com, and you can see Chris Hemsworth. Or just type in Chris Hemsworth ripped or Chris Hemsworth Hulk Hogan. It's a sight to be seen.
Yeah, I'm watching. He's doing tire
push.
lift? Yeah, the tire push. And so I will say this, and this is a systemic problem within Hollywood, is that they only care about your upper body.
Yeah.
So he looks friggin' ripped. Don't get me wrong, and he got that V cut right at his like his thigh area. That V cut where it goes down from your abdomen, your lower abs going down.
Yeah.
He has that cut, but his legs, dude.
Which is really weird because Hemsworth is usually a well-balanced body guy.
When he did Thor 1, his legs were good, really, really good. And I'm pretty sure he was put on a regimen where he's going to be doing a lot of jumping and a lot of moving and stuff. And so they look like they kind of look like long distance runner legs, but then to have to have that, but like this huge, the striations on his shoulder, you can see his traps separate, you can see his forearm separate, you can see his shoulder separate from his bicep, and so and as well as the muscles flare from his chest on the side. He looks amazing. He's always looked amazing anyway. So I watched him in was it Extraction, or the one in the next one, the Netflix TV one. He looked great in that.
Which, by the way, it has been greenlit for a second, and they're going to begin filming next year.
Is he back, or is it someone else?
Oh, Hemsworth is back.
Really? So okay, so cool.
Extraction 2 starring Chris Hemsworth expected to begin shooting next year, according to Joe Russo. Of course, the Russos are co-producing. I think they're co-producing it.
Yeah, they're producing it.
So let's get back on target. But one of my favorite Black Friday locations has always been Target, and one of the reasons, the little geek tie-in, they always have some great deals on DVDs and Blu-rays. Kind of a grab and go little box, and I've always found the Big Bang Theory on discount there. But nonetheless, they have got some TVs. They've got some UHD HDR TVs ranging from 330 to 380. There's Samsung 50 and 55 inch. There also is, once again, a Samsung 65-inch 4K for under $500. For those of you too,
a quick question. I think I already said this part, actually, my dude.
Did you? Oh yeah, you did. Okay, we can. So, anyways, there's Target.
I will say, just to kind of backtrack, because even though I said on GameStop, it looks like the only ones I saw was Ghost of Tsushima for $40. I am completely wrong. Target finally has theirs located. Ghost of Tsushima up there on their ad, because finally they got their ad is up, and I see Ghost of Tsushima for $40 there with the Watch Dogs Legion and Crash Bandicoot. So there you go, guys.
This is what I wanted to do, actually.
Yeah.
Best Buy TVs. Best Buy 65, 75, 85 inch, Q80, QLED. So here you're getting a little bit better quality, but you are paying.
Absolutely.
Trust me when I say this. You're paying more money, but you really are getting what you pay for. I mean, you're getting some quality merchandise. 65 inch starting at $1,500, and the 85 inch going up to $3,000. Think about it, guys, an 80-inch TV. I mean, I remember a company that I worked for bought as a retirement gift for a guy about 6 years ago, 6-7 years ago, bought this guy a 100-inch TV. And I was like, dude, how much is that going to cost? And it was like $5,000 or something like that.
Yeah,
and it was like, what? So TVs are getting ridiculous. You can get an 80-inch for 3Gs. And again, that's some quality stuff. The Samsung 50, 65 to 75 inch, the one notch below, where you can get some good deals, under $500 for a 50 inch, under $900 for that 75, and under $1,200 for a 75 inch. That's bitching. And then of course they also have the TCL, the Roku TV, 4K for $230. JR, I found something you need.
What's up?
Samsung Evo 1 terabyte solid state hard drive, $110. That's not bad.
Oh, that's not bad at all, dude. Yeah. I might.
And,
Yeah. Okay.
and of course, when you get that new smart TV, you're gonna need a new Nest, mesh. I'm sorry, a mesh Wi-Fi system. The Netgear Orbi, which is one of the top 3 brands in the mesh system market right now. Up there with probably Netgear's. Actually, no, not Netgear. Who has the? It's like I can't remember what it was now. I just had it in my head. Eero is also a good brand. That's the Amazon
Yeah.
brand. But there's the
Yeah.
Nighthawk, which I believe,
There you go.
which is probably the end all.
Oh yeah.
Isn't on those lists, but you can get a Netgear Orbi 2-pack for $380, which is not bad at all. Typically,
Yeah.
the Netgear Orbeez probably, JR, what a 2-pack probably cover about 3,000 to 5,000 square feet, probably.
I mean, you could put one. You could put the router. You could put the main home router. Like, let's say, if you have a 2-story house, right in the middle of your living room, right near the front door, and you have the second one like upstairs in the kid's bedroom, and then you're still covered throughout the backyard.
Yep.
You're still good. So that's something. That's something I definitely want to look at, as well as the
Highly
salsa trap,
recommend it. Yeah.
because you know me, dude. I'm already at it. I'm already out of memory for my freaking thing. for my laptop, man.
JR needs
So,
a new laptop, but before that, he needs to get a new hard drive. By the
yeah.
way, just to throw Costco a bone here, not that they're a
Yep.
paid advertiser, but you can go to Costco and you can find a portable hard drive anywhere from they're not solid state, they're kind of flash memory, so you have to be careful when traveling with those, but they've gotten a lot better than they were, say, 10 years ago. You can get a terabyte, almost, I think you might almost get 2 terabytes for like less than $100 portable hard drive. So
Nice.
matter of fact, I back up all of our episodes. We have typically when I'm done editing and it's been loaded onto YouTube and onto our audio formats, I have a folder that has everything having to do with that episode is at least 5 gigabytes, just the folder itself. And so I'm dropping about every couple of weeks, if I need it, unless I need to fine tune it, but every couple of weeks I move our folder for these episodes onto this portable hard drive, and eventually I'll probably get a network hard drive somewhere in the house, but
Yeah.
that's something down the road. So yeah, there's the Orbi, great brand, which is really funny because Linksys used to be the top dog when I was working at Best Buy. Netgear has really stepped it up. And but again, I can't recommend enough the Eero system, which you can also get at Best Buy, and you can get on Amazon. And Amazon has not really said if they're going to do a traditional Black Friday sale. They've got some deals, but they had their fun in the sun last month.
Yeah, I will say there are some deals going on for Amazon right now. I'll put them out near the end of this show, specifically for Amazon. But hey, Kevin, you know what you need to watch? You know what you need to watch on your big TV that you're gonna get, right?
What's that?
The movies, man. Some movies are coming out specifically, and this is gonna go from all the for most of these. It's gonna be some overlap from like Target, Best Buy, as well as Walmart guys. But then some of them are gonna be like buy 2 get 1 free, specifically for Target. You know, movies on Blu-ray like Mulan, Frozen 2, Mulan. But yeah, Knives Out, Little Woman,
Knives Out, great movie.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Birds of Prey.
Still haven't seen it.
You know, same here. Spider-Man: Far From Home and Joker. Just some of those ones coming out. And again, guys,
Joker either.
I'm like, I go on and off because it's such a very dark movie, and so I gotta watch in chunks. But yeah, a lot of these are overlaps, guys. You know, some of these movies are going for like $15 Blu-ray, $15, $10, $9. You'll have your usual overlaps of like stuff that's gonna be on sale. But this specific sale for buy 2 get 1 free that's going for all books, movies, and music is specifically at Target. And the lowest one, of course, guys, will be the lowest one is the free one. So you can't be like that guy that's like, oh, I'm gonna buy a $199 movies and this $20 movie is gonna be free. So
and I will say this, guys, a lot of big box retail stores are getting out of physical media. If you go to a Best Buy, it used to be a quarter of the store was CDs and movies. Now it's 3 aisles, and there is no more music. I mean, the CDs are gone. Matter of fact, I've officially become old. When I ran into someone the other day, and we were talking about music, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I had this song, this album on CD." when I was in college, and they looked at me like, "What the hell's a CD?" And I'm like,
Really?
I've officially become my parents because I used to look at their vinyl, which by the way, I love vinyl, and I know
Vinyls are
vinyl's
still
kind of
amazing.
making a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
But and you can get, by the way, you can get some great deal on vinyls at Walmart and Best Buy.
Yeah,
And oddly
that's
enough,
true.
they're in the home theater system.
Mm-hmm.
But I digress. Yeah, I think Target, and I really think actually it might only be Target is the only one that has CDs left, but they're getting out of the physical media. So if you want to
Yeah.
get some deals, and people are going, well, I don't want Blu-rays. I don't want. Here's the thing: go get these 2-for-1 deals,
Yeah.
and look. I guarantee you, I'd say anywhere from 75 to 90% of these DVD and Blu-rays are going to have a digital code with them. Some
Yep.
of them might be expired, so you got to send a quick email to support, and they'll send you a new one to say, "Hey, I bought this from Black Friday. The code was expired," and they'll send you a new one. I used to do it with Marvel all the time. I used to get like the Incredible Hulk, Iron Man. I had these Blu-rays that I bought on Black Friday, and the code was discontinued. Quick email over to online support or whatever, and they send me a new code about 2 days later. So
Mm.
quick chance to expand your movie collection. You buy the Blu-ray, have it as a
Yeah.
backup, put it up on the shelf somewhere, or put it in a box. But you're going to have the digital code you can put on probably Vudu, Fandango, iTunes, Google Play, Movies Anywhere, and stuff like that. So these, if you're going like, what the hell's a DVD or what it's a Blu-ray, look at the box. You're going to get some smoking deals,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, they just want to get rid of them. So,
Yeah, man. They do. They
uh,
really they do, guys.
Jr., I know that you and I are Apple guys, and
Mm-hmm.
we know that Apple really kind of keeps their Black Friday stuff close to the vest on this one, or close to the chest. We do know that their deals are going to run anywhere from about $50 to $150 off on most items. They nothing specific,
Yeah.
but if you're not in the game for a Apple laptop, one of the MacBooks like I have and what JR has, and JR needs a new one because
Yeah,
his
we
hard drive
definitely
is
do.
full.
Mm-hmm.
Then look no further than one of my favorite brands for computers other than Apple, and that is Alienware, which I had completely forgotten that they were purchased by Dell.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Alienware, which is the gamers, pretty much like the
Yeah, it's
out of box gamer laptop. I mean, you're going to want to
yeah.
build your own unit, but
Usually, yeah.
yeah, out of the box, Alienware is pretty damn good for a freaking gamer
Yeah.
laptop.
Yeah. I do know that uh I actually bought my Dell monitor, two pieces monitors on sales as well from an Amazon sale, which crazy enough, the 4K equivalent that the one that's lower tier on that list on this list I'm showing to you is actually more expensive than the one I got, which is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Like I got the better one, but the it's just a weird little if thing where the one that's on sale is a little bit more expensive than the one that I got. So yeah, some of these gaming laptops, guys, and I do, you know, I will say in the last couple of years, people are saying that, well, Alienware, why do people want to get Alienware? They're super expensive. You know, why don't you get like the Asus
It's another
or
good
from
brand.
yeah, Ace is a great brand, dude. I kind of get that. I was kind of hoping they have sales on their laptops, so maybe get one of those ones. But yeah, people are saying, oh, why do you want to get Alienware? Well, for something straight out of the box, which has your 2080 NVIDIA graphics card, it's about still a pretty decent price, guys. And some of these prices, even though they sound pretty huge, they're like $400 to $500 off. So the M15 R3 gaming laptop is for $1549, which was I think it was retailing 18 something. The M17 R3 gaming laptop's 1899. I think that was retailing 22. And the last one, which is the big one, the big heavy one, is the Area 51M R2 gaming laptop for 1749, which I think that was like a good like 2,400, 2,500. So it's some pretty decent, really decent cuts into these gaming laptops, guys. Specifically, I think the last couple of years, people who bought these gaming laptops per se uh, or just one of those things where like you just don't want to think about it. It's the my crew or the console specific guys were like, I don't want to think about having to change a graphic processor every 5 years or having to change a certain things for a couple of years. So I just want one step top that's gonna last me at least 7-8 years. So yeah, these ones right here is a good profitable way to to do a shop where you can not only just do gaming, but of course other stuff like what we're doing now, which I desperately need, a new Apple or a new possible gaming laptop for myself. So that's something that I'm looking at too now, guys. But what I am definitely into is, of course, monitors. I have two amazing looking monitors. The Ultra Sharp 34 curve USB C monitor is going for $719.99. And the 32-inch curved 4K monitor is going for $49.99. So just under, so about that $500, guys. So those are the monitors I saw that actually look worth it. There's a lot more on Dell's website specifically there that will have more of the monitors per se. Like I think they had a 1080p one going for what, 120 hertz, or I think 144 hertz for like $200 or something like that. But those are just some of the monitors there, guys. I'm going to see if Asus has Asus Asus is gonna have some laptops because those are really good ones too. But take it away, my friend.
They do make some. Asus is a good brand. I loved selling their stuff because people that came in looking for a gamer laptop, it was an easy sell, even when they didn't have the brand recognition that it has now. Real quick before we move on to the real nerdy stuff, I do want to throw this out here. Apple's official website has some of their deals posted. The 4-day shopping event that begins on Friday. They don't like to go with that. Well, I guess they kind of call it the Black Friday through Cyber Monday shopping event. Buy an eligible product from November 27th through the 30th and get an Apple gift card up to $150 to use on your next purchase. So if you're looking about getting a new iPhone, anywhere from the SE to if you're looking to get the iPhone SE 11 or XR, you can get a up to a $50 Apple gift card and save with a trade-in. The Apple Watch Series 3, which is the 2019 model, get a $25 gift card and save with trade-in. AirPod Pros, AirPods with wireless charging case, AirPods with charging case. So that's the AirPod Pro, the AirPods basically Series 2, and the AirPods Series 1. You can get a $25 gift card to use against the future purpose. By the way, if you order on apple.com, you can get free engraving on your AirPods. The iPad Pro and iPad Mini, you can save up to you can get a $100 Apple gift card and save with a current trade-in and also get free engraving. The Mac line, the MacBook Pro and iMac, nothing specifically about the M1 models, but I'm sure that those will be eligible to get a $150 Apple gift card on eligible models. And of course, they are eligible for trade-in. And the Apple TV and HomePod, the Apple TV 4K, Apple TV HD, and HomePod get up to $100 gift cards to use for future purchases. JR's favorite brand from Apple, the Beats line, the Beats Studio 3 wireless headphones, Beats Solo Pro wireless headphones, the Beats Solo 3, the Power Beats Pro, Power Beats high performance wireless earphones. You can get up to a $50 gift card. And don't forget, as Apple said, we're not shilling Apple here. All these products are available for some kind of financing with the Apple Card, and also get 3% back on your purchase, which is a great deal.
And thank you for reminding me on the Apple Beats Pro, because I do know that the Studio Beats 3 for Target is like half off of the actual sale, and the Power Beats Pro wireless ones, which is the ones that I'm wearing right now, was $159.99, which is a huge deal, because I think average is like the regular price is like 270 something, or it's like $250. So 100. So you get you can these phones specifically I've had now for about 2 years now. I absolutely love them, man. So I take these everywhere. I go, I work out with them. I put them on late nights, and I'm on my monitors here doing work, or just scouring the internet for deals and such, guys. So they're definitely, yeah, for me, man, they're really, really good. And so yeah, they're definitely, I can move around with them. So,
and I will say, battle tested. I've tested about 3 different models of wireless headphones. I haven't done the Beats yet for the ones like JR has, but I have done the Amazon Alexa headphones, whatever. They're kind of okay. They're basically repackaged Bose wireless Bluetooth headphones. I will say that hands down the best pod style of or stem or whatever you want to call it, the ear pod style of wireless headphones. The AirPod Pros are pretty damn good. They sound amazing. Of course, they just did a firmware update that if you're an Apple guy like I am, and you have movies on iTunes and on your phone, like I was testing this a couple of months ago when the update came out. I have the AirPod Pros. You basically can get simulated surround sound in the headphones, and it's I think they call it immersive audio or something like that, and it's pretty cool. So if you've got to be traveling these holidays, I would highly recommend investing in an iPad Pro, and get a couple of iTunes cards, download some movies, and like maybe Avengers Endgame, just to throw it out there, and get those AirPod Pros because they sound amazing with the noise canceling, and then adding that immersive sound. I can't remember what the official Apple technical term is, but it's pretty damn cool. So, but yeah, anyways, so yeah, that is the electronics for the nerd in your life. I do want to throw out there some ideas for you. I just saw it on on Twitter here a second ago. See if I can refine it out. I don't have an exact price on it, but the DJI Mini 2 drone, it's the one that can kind of fold up basically into about the size of like a shoebox. I believe I saw it at Costco in a bundle for about $350. I believe that's what it was. It was either the Mini or the Mavic model, but it's the Mini. It's the smaller model that folds up. There's a couple of versions that DJI makes, but it is probably one of the most, it's probably pound for pound, the best affordable drone on the market. DJI makes by far the superior product when it comes to drone and other kind of handheld video material. So check that out. Again, I believe Costco still has that DJI package. It's kind of what I'm hoping for Christmas, but I think I may have already bought my Christmas present in the form of my Traeger grill. But nonetheless, yeah, just that was my lone kind of tech product to add on there. Also, for you comic book collectors, it's kind of a tech deal. Keep an eye on it. Wait, go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Actually, I was gonna throw out some more, just a little more tech stuff. Just kind of just smattering of stuff out there, as well as near the end of it, I'm probably show some clothes and stuff too, because we like to stay warm and have underwear basically. Mostly gonna be a little bit Amazon sales, but I've been going on Newegg, right? I totally forgot that Newegg.com exists, even though I have it on my phone and everything. And yeah, I just look at the sale, and that same, how before we said that Samsung 860 Evo Series 2.5 1 terabyte, that you told me earlier. Well, guess what, my friend? Newegg is selling it for $99, so it's $10 less. $10 less.
Hook it up.
The other ones we've seen, their Bose Quiet Comfort 35 wireless headphones number 2 is $200 as well, $100 down from the original pricing. And they also have a bunch of laptops as well that I'm looking at, as well as, but the ones I'm really looking at is the, even though people say to build your own rig, I'm one of those people where I'm too brutish, I guess.
Yeah.
Minutia and details, specifically with really small stuff like RAMs and stuff, they tend to disintegrate in my hands. And so yeah, I see some of these gaming desktops, man, like the biggest one they got there is the ABS Prism B Ryzen 73000X with GeForce RTX 2070, which is actually a really good one, even though GeForce came out with a new NVIDIA card for $1249, which is basically $250 off, which I'll be looking at. So that's just one of them. And now going back to Amazon, guys, Amazon has some sales as well. I see some that they are selling a lot of TVs as well in this Black Friday sale. So they have the Sony X800 75-inch 4K, all that stuff, all the bells and whistles for just under $1,000. They have I forgot about that part. They have Apologize. Just looking through all my freaking tabs. They have the Fire HD 10-inch tablet, which I've been looking at because my Samsung one is just kind of obsolete at this point. It is a 32 gig for $80. $80, which is a good thing to see. And just for clothes, like you and me, my friend, uh, or just for backpacks, they have the Adidas Stadium 2 backpack going on sale for $40. They have, and a bunch of their clothes right now are kind of like have percentages off, like their Amazon brand puffers and fleeces for like 30% off. Calvin Klein men's underwear is 40% off. Their C9 champion shirts are 30% off. Their Tommy Hilfiger apparel are 40% off as well. So just some of the stuff from Amazon, which I will look at most likely tonight to see, if I can, score some new shirts and such, because as you can see, this is kind of not really doing it. So
to piggyback on what JR said about the Fire HD 10 tablet, is you want to be careful though, because I had a feeling that when JR said that, is be careful with these devices, because the reason that they're so inexpensive even up front, and even when on the and then of course they're even cheaper when they do these Black Friday sales, is it is ad supported. That's right, these will have pop-up ads. Now this one that Jared was just talking about for $80, which is not a bad deal, 32 gigabytes. It is the kind of one of the more current tablets. If you jump over to the without ads version, it actually only goes up $15. So again, guys, be careful. Don't just feel like you got to grab and go. Do a little bit of looking on that. And I'll actually, and again, we're not shilling for Amazon or anything, but let me just show you what to look for real quick. Is right here on the website. There's the one that JR was talking about. $79.99 with Prime. You switch over here to the without ads, only $15 more. That's not bad. Number one bestseller on Amazon, 4.5 stars. That's a killer deal. It's like JR said, it's just a shy under 11 inches screen size. And
that's true. What do we say too? What does that mean specifically, guys, when we say with ads or without ads? There's this horrible practice nowadays that's been going on specifically with technology, is that it's happened too with my Samsung, my Tab A, where I would just leave it alone, or if you're looking at an app through my own thing, the whole screen would just turn into an ad.
Yes.
And it's one of those ads where like you can't necessarily get out of it, or it automatically hijacks everything. Where like, if you have it on volume low, well, nope, this ad will have volume up, and everybody can hear it in the room. So
yeah, it's
not the greatest thing to come to listen to at 2 a.m. at night.
No.
When you're by yourself and your laptop and your Samsung thing is charging on the side. I'm like, that's kind of crazy. But yeah.
Well, as we kind of bridge towards the nerd stuff, I do want to throw this a little bit of technology shout out to our good friends at Collectors with a Z.com. That's collectors with a Z. .com. So it's COLLECTORZ.com. They are running a deal on all of their 1-year subscription deals. They're running 33% off on all of their year-long subscriptions. That's their web-based, app-based, and desktop-based products for all. Now, of course, I got the ad for the comic books, but of course, collectors.com has stuff for music lovers, for book lovers, comic books, and movies. So we get movies, books, music, comics, and games. To organize all of your collections, go to Collectors at COLLECTORZ.com. Again, we're not advertising for them, but we do recommend. It's a good product. If you're a collector, most specifically a comic book collector, it makes life so easy.
Yeah, it
now
does.
I got lucky. I think JR did too. That we got in on the grandfather deal. That we got the CLZ. And that's also another way easy to look for on the apps is just type in CLZ. I got lucky. JR got lucky. I think almost everybody from Asylum got lucky. Candace, Edwin, Atner, all of our crew got lucky with getting in on that. I think it was like, God, was it $15 up front, and you were grandfathered for life, and it was unlimited access.
Yeah,
it's a great deal, and again, typically it's going to run you about $30 for the year to cover unlimited access on the web, and then I don't think they have a overarching. I think you have to like kind of pick and choose. Like I think it's just the app one, then the web, the desktop app version. So it's kind of unfortunate that you have to pay for multiple subscriptions. But hey, you know what? 33% off, not a bad little deal, and you're supporting a small business like collectors.com. You know, speaking of supporting your local vendors, we do have a supporter to our show. And I think this is an opportunity for us to kind of give it a little shill. And we don't know officially what they have up their sleeve for Black Friday. But our good friends at Comic Asylum will probably be running something on Friday. We don't know what the chick has up her sleeve.
I can guesstimate, but I'm not gonna say
50-cent sale. No, we wish.
They did do that one year.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It's like that. You know that scene in Remember the Titans where they are like, all Titans eat for free, and then the guy white erases it real quick and said, you know, sold out. You know, that's basically what Chick did when she let JR and I do the 50-cent sale one year.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
It was not a good day for profit margins. But nonetheless, real quick, again, just a reminder: we have an Art Germ and a J. Scott Campbell book on the line. Thanks to our great friends at Comic Asylum. 100 subscribers on YouTube, 100 subscribers on all of our social media platforms. That's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. PS Comics, I love you. Just search it out that way. And JR said that he'll hook you up with something neat. If he's gonna hook you up with something neat if you do the social media. Comic Asylum's gonna hook you up if we can get to 100 subscribers on our for our audio podcast and for our YouTube channel. And again,
guys,
if you're watching this video, you already know where it's at. If you're not watching, go to either anchor.fm/PS Comics I love you for the link, or you can usually I have the link somewhere in the description on our audio podcast, or go to any of our social media platforms and you can find the link to our YouTube channel if you're listening to us on audio. But that's the shill. And of course, go and support the businesses. I know that all three are going to be open this Black Friday. JR, you said that you already saw an advertised deal for Interstellar.
There's a little bit of advertised deal where he has made known through his social media that he has been setting up for Black Friday since I think Monday, and the sales are going continually on. And I think some of his backlog, his DC and Marvel stuff, are 30% off right now. And so it's just always a good thing to go in, just check out, see how it is. I intend to go possibly on Friday as well to see if maybe those 30% progress into 40 to 50% possibly for those backlog stuff. And so if so, man, that's always a good thing to see if you're missing a copy of Captain America, you know, of the recent run, or possibly some New Avengers and things that coming out. So it's always good to, you're always gonna find deals specifically on Black Friday, especially on your local comic book shops, guys. I will have one more thing as well too, just kind of this out. I've been following this group I've been following this particular group, I guess, or comic book store on Instagram for a very long time now. Northwest Comics on Instagram. Well, actually, they're called Sniff Comics now, but they were used to be called Northwest Comics. Is having 25% sale off a bunch of their comics on their website, guys. And I've seen some fire on their website that I'm really, debating whether or not I should really pull the trigger on. Like one being Spider-Gwen 1, the Adam Hughes variant from 2015. You know, the one where she's leaning down, where she's sitting down leaning. That's that Adam Hughes one.
Yeah,
it has out. 25% off. Champions 1, the Momoko variant, for 25% off. They have a bunch of I showed you their the one that you wanted for Gwenpool, the Ron Lim variant, the
The
colored
Ron
one.
Lim variant.
He has that one. So yeah, guys, follow him. He's on Northwest Comics. He's called Sniff Comics now on Instagram, but I think the website is Northwest NWN West Comics. Yeah, NW West Comics at it just is his website. So that's most of the comic book sales. It's crazy. Like I've been trying to look for stuff on the Instagram as well as online to see if any people that are that are local comic book shops, not more so not the big ones like Golden Apple or Midtown, not the big ones, but local ones. We us. We love to support local guys.
Yeah.
They've been keeping pretty mum. I think they're trying. They might do a sale or a deal right. Maybe tomorrow or maybe right on Black Friday to say, hey guys, most of my stuff now is 50% off because that has happened before. Hey guys, most of my CGCs are 40% off because that has happened before. Hey guys, if you buy your pull, if you got all your pull now, it is 50% off because that has happened before.
Well, it has happened before. We'll have to wait and see. It's
Yeah,
almost
see?
like a surprise
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Chick. I will say this real quick. For those of you who have been wondering, our good friend Sid Johnson is back in town, and so he is just requesting to as much as he absolutely adores socializing with everybody, is kind of keep your distance because he is in that age group, I guess you'd say. I mean, he's a young man,
yeah.
but he's kind of in that kind of that around that age group, and plus he's just requesting social distancing. And also be aware too that El Paseo has gone through some. For those of you local, I know we have
Yeah.
people that listen all over the world to this podcast, but for those of you who here in the Coachella Valley, El Paseo, which is a big kind of shopping district, a lot of the restaurants have expanded their outdoor dining areas because they can't
Yeah.
obviously dine in.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe the street leading to Desert Oasis Comics, which is I think Sage off of El Paseo, is blocked. You
Yeah.
cannot get down Sage, so you have to kind of come in back door from where CPK is to get to Desert Oasis, or come off 111. But if you're coming to Desert Oasis Comics off El Paseo and you want to take
Mm-mm.
Sage Lane, I believe it is closed
Mm.
between El Paseo and Sid's parking lot. And that's because of the expanded outdoor dining for El Paseo restaurants. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Sid usually runs a pretty decent deal. Again, keep it locked to. Well, what we'll do is we'll share some stuff on our
Mm-hmm.
Facebook page and social media
Yep.
tomorrow and early Friday morning if things pop up. A couple real quick couple things for you, the big nerds in your life. If you're a Disney fan, highly recommend looking into the D23 membership if you are a
Mm.
Disney fanatic. I don't know if they're running any specials price wise this year, but I do know typically anywhere from like $100 to $200 annual fee gives you D23, and there's a really cool kind of like a members box that you get some exclusive pins if you're a real Disney fan. I know
Yeah.
that JR, I know your sister's a huge Disney freak. You can get
Absolutely.
some limited edition pins that you can't buy anywhere else
Yeah.
in this box. I got a
Yeah.
really cool poster that we're actually going to frame for our house. It actually has a map of basically if Disney were a world, and it has like there's Neverland, and then there's this. It has it's really neat. I'll take a picture of it. And
Yeah.
I'll post it once I have it framed, and you get really
Yeah.
kind of neat stuff like that.
Yeah.
So a D23 membership would be kind of cool, and also for the super nerd in your life, cannot go wrong with the Hasbro line of Marvel Legends
Oh,
products.
oh
And
God. Of
with that
course.
said,
Of
uh,
course.
here I didn't get to do the unboxing because my kids beat me to it.
Mm.
Here is the newest member of my collection, scale model of Stormbreaker. Um, there it is. I don't want to plug the battery in because it won't shut up. But I will post a video.
Of him doing.
I will post a video and we'll share something. But really and truly, the Marvel Legends and Marvel
Mm-hmm.
Jr. can attest to this because he's seen my Marvel Legends collection. I have the Iron Man helmet, Mjolnir, Captain America's shield. I have the Infinity Gauntlet. I have the Nano Gauntlet. think that's pretty much it. I'm looking to get the Black Panther helmet, but it's sold out.
The amount of money that this man has put into Marvel Legends, replica size stuff, can possibly rival most of my CGCs.
Yeah, it didn't hurt that I made a deal on a guy's collection at Comic Con Palm Springs a couple of years ago. I made a deal on his collection. I had the Infinity Gauntlet. He had Cap's shield and Iron Man's. No, not Iron Man's. I had Cap shield and Mjolnir,
Mhm.
and he had Black Panther's helmet. And his wife was there with him, and the wife wanted it all gone. And I told the wife, I will pay you $200 cash right now for all three. And she says done. And then the guy balked and said, no, I want to at least keep the Black Panther helmet. Good thing he did.
Yeah.
Because right now on average to find that Black Panther helmet's at least $150 at the cheapest, but you're looking at probably $300 or $400 on average to try to find that
Okay.
thing in good
Yeah.
working condition.
Okay.
But
So
I did end up.
I take it back then.
I
His
don't
stuff does
have
not
them
rival
all.
my CGCs.
No,
Okay then.
I'm still looking for Black Panther and the Star Lord helmet, and there is
Hmm.
an Ant Man helmet as well.
Yeah.
And there is a really cool Mandalorian helmet that also came out from Hasbro from the Star Wars. I think it's called like the Black Label collection, which is like their version of Marvel
Black label.
Legends.
Okay.
Also, really cool deal. Scotty Young has a pin collection that's not quite sold out yet on Marvel
Hmm.
Made. Just go to marvel.com. Also, for the X-Men fan in your life, Chris Claremont just came out with now our podcast from earlier this week with Star Wars. Our Flex Pool JR showed his omnibus of monsters or
Monsters.
monstrous.
Yes, sir.
There is a quote omnibus of Chris Claremont's X-Men work.
Hmm.
And it's a really cool presentation. It's like a leather bound, almost looks like a huge novel from like the 16th century. It's really neat. It's about $200, and it's from this Marvel made brand. This is like their elite brand of merchandising. And like I said, they have this. They're going to do more of these omnibuses that are
Mm-hmm.
really cool presentation. It's not your typical omnibus that's like a comic or like a oversized trade paperback. This is some presentation to it. So if you've got an X-Men fan in your life, there's no doubt if they know anything about X-Men, they know that Chris Claremont was the perennial X-Men writer for Marvel for decades. I mean, we're talking hundreds of issue runs. He did all of the greats, all the heavy hitters, Days of Future Past, Dark Phoenix Saga, just to name a few. And he, mind you, he did those all in a calendar year. Let alone then he carried X-Men through the 80s and then helped, and with the help of Jim Lee, into the 90s. So Chris Claremont, a Chris Claremont omnibus, and because they're not officially calling it an omnibus, but it is.
Yeah.
It's a great deal. And again, the Scotty Young pins are for anybody who's a Marvel fan are huge hits, and I highly recommend checking them out. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, anyways, there is our rundown of what to get that nerd in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Jr.
Oh,
Hopefully,
okay.
we have some really inexpensive flex pools for later this week.
Oh man, I hope so too. I also want to add to a point to your D23 thing too about
Yes, sir.
exclusivity. Actually, the nerd came well the comic nerd came out of me when I heard about the D23 where in the last 2 years or so, I think 2 years ago now, D23 they released a
Hmm.
comic exclusive variant from Marvel, which right now is averaging about $1,000.
Yeah, D23 had a limited edition. No, Marvel 1000
Yeah,
was the big one last year, and it was the Mickey
also
Mouse.
was last year.
It was
Mm,
last year because there was no D23 this year.
mm,
They did it. It was the first time ever that Mickey Mouse appeared on the cover of a Marvel comic book,
mm.
and it was a black and white variant. And yeah, what JR's talking about, on average, this black and white cover, which is funny because I believe when the
Was
people were given those black and white covers, they were told specifically not to sell them. But
was it black and white or was because there's a regular
there's
color one
multiple
too.
versions.
Yeah,
There is a
yeah.
there was a color version that you could get on the sales floor
Mm-hmm.
at D23. These were all D23. You couldn't get them anywhere else. You could only get them at D23, and I believe they were all virgin covers.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
there was a beautiful color virgin cover that you could buy at in like the sales pavilion at D23. The black and white kind of quote sketch variant or whatever, or black and white variant was in the I don't know if it was in the Marvel or the actual Disney um, panel at D23
mhm.
last year, but it was given out to every person who walked the out of the arena there at the Anaheim Convention Center
Mhm.
last year. But I believe a friend of mine who did get to go said that you didn't sign anything, but it would kind of came in like a package. You got other swag, but
Mhm.
in that package there was essentially an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, that you weren't going to resell this book. But come on, bro,
People sold it. Yeah.
people sold
Yeah.
it anyways. And yeah, like
Yeah.
JR said, they were going for four figures. So
Yeah, it was there the colored version, the Expo edition for Marvel 1000. I'm just looking at GoCollect.com. The last 25 sales, averaging about 725. That's the colored version. So, if it was a black and white one, yeah, man, you're probably looking at you're probably looking at $1,000 mark. So, definitely, guys, the D23 specifically, especially now we're kind of hopped in with Marvel and everything. You get some crazy stuff. If you for that Disney nerd in your life, man, D23 is probably a good way to go.
yes, it
But do you have
is.
anything? Is there anything else we want to add in there, my dude?
I don't, sir. As always, it is an absolute pleasure to work
Yep.
with you. Yeah, like you said, according to Key Collector, yeah, the color variant it's going high grade, about $700. It is the first official cover appearance of Mickey Mouse on a Marvel comic. There is a Marvel Comics 1000 variant. It is a it's called variant black and white sketch cover by Humberto Ramos, given away at D23 limited. There were only 30 copies. I
Ooh,
apologize.
ooh,
High grade,
ooh,
4500.
ooh.
Low grade,
Yikes!
450.
Damn.
And yeah, it was and it's a really cool cover. At first, I actually thought it was going to be a Campbell cover, but
Um,
it's a Humberto Ramos, which, let's face it, that's not half bad. I've had a chance
yeah.
to I've had a chance to meet Humberto Ramos in passing, and he was super cool.
Cool guy.
Um,
Cool guy.
yeah, yeah,
I remember seeing him the first time I took on.
yeah.
But cool
So
guy.
there's kind of like a
Like,
kind of
yeah.
black and white. So
Yeah, man, that's crazy, guys. But yeah, guys, thank you again for just hanging out with us, seeing our thoughts and what to look out for Black Friday. I know that we were more on the electronic side, but then that's what usually Black Fridays are. Electronic sides on. They'll most likely go towards the sales. Most likely will be happening. There are some sales going on today, but of course, the majority of it's going to be on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and of course, we have Cyber Monday, right? And I think there's a what's the one after that one? It's business owner or small business owner
yeah,
Tuesday or something.
I think there's usually like a small business Saturday or something like that they
Yeah.
run. Also, guys, too, just a kind of a side note for for the nerd or the person in your life that's into all this kind of stuff.
Mm.
You need to quench your thirst when you're watching all that high def movies or playing video games. We don't have any advertisers on here, but we do have a couple of really nice breweries who have really had a rough time here in the coronavirus era. And a friend of mine, Aaron Peters, who is also known as the Beer Goddess, wanted me to throw a shout out for our local beer dispensaries out there
Mm.
who are going through some rough times. If you can have a chance to get out to any of the breweries this weekend, I don't know if any of them are running Black Friday specials. I know the La Quinta Brewing Company has in the past. I do know that I saw at a couple of local beer stores
Mm.
that you can get some stuff on sale. That's especially for some of our locals like La Quinta or CV Brewing Company. If you can't get your hands on any of the deals, buy a gift card. Go and support your local businesses. 2020 has been a bitch of a year, and again, same thing. If you got a comic book fan in your life and you don't know exactly what to get them, I highly recommend the Dark Knight trilogy, or just
Mm.
get a gift card.
Yep.
But I got to tell that story one of these days about how I got a lady who walked in for like a $4 new release, and she left out with $100 wall book. So
wow,
yeah.
wow,
Got no commission on that chick. What the
oh
heck?
man, that's
No,
crazy, dude.
But I
Hey
digress, guys.
guys,
Happy Thanksgiving. Be safe
yep,
on Black Friday, and we will see you for A New Hope, Star Wars
yep.
Episode 4 coming up soon.
Yes, we will. Hey guys, see you guys later,
Hey
and thank
guys.
you just so much for just always supporting us, guys. And can't love doing this every week with this guy here. So cool. Peace.
Peace.
Be safe.
Be safe.